welcome to With the Sun, Season 3, Episode 32, where we watch On Brand with Jimmy Fallon. And it's all powered by Samsung. I'm Chris Lorenz.
This misses the mark for me on the speed piece. This is Brian.
I love a trophy. This is Noah Singer.
In college, I was Gaylord the Camel. This is Max.
Those are all quotes from this week's show. But last week, we watched The Reluctant Traveler with Eugene Levy. And we had a poll on Twitter and Facebook and maybe not YouTube. Sometimes we have it on YouTube. I don't know if we had it on YouTube. Anyway, you guys voted a top third show. So they didn't quite agree with us last week, but that's what the polls are for.
People love Eugene. They love Eugene.
He provided a lot to that show. Oddly enough, somebody was asking about the Day of the Dead today, and I was like, "You got to watch the show. It explains how people celebrate Day of the Dead."
Yeah, Dia de los Muertos.
Noah, what's this week's show though?
Late night icon Jimmy Fallon and marketing Hall of Famer Bozoma St. John joined forces in a new business competition where they challenged 10 people from across the country to pitch and execute marketing campaigns for 8 world-famous brands. The contestants designed billboards on the ground and in the sky, direct commercials featuring celebrity guests, write musical jingles, and more. Representatives from each brand will select the winning ideas and incorporate them into real-world campaigns. The person who lands the most accounts earns the title Innovator of the Year and the grand prize of $100,000. That is On Brand on NBC.
And Peacock.
Peacock.
Yeah. Max, what did you think of this show?
I'm about to...
All right.
I was about to sneeze. No, I saved it. We're so good.
Oh, we're so...
okay.
Wow.
That's the power of the mind, folks. What did I think about the show? First of all, it is unique. I don't think we've ever done a show about this topic. Hold on, I'm sneezing again. Somebody else go.
No. What did you think about the show?
Wow. The sound quality on this episode. so. Oh, Max. Yeah, I mean, you got The Apprentice mixed with an ad agency, right? Like it's kind of the pitch of it. I think it's pretty entertaining. Like I think what I like about it is shameless. There is no shame, right? Like you're not selling out, you're buying in. And you're just being advertised to for an hour, the no shame is
product placement in this than I've ever seen.
Brian, what do you think about the show?
I'm probably gonna get flamed for this. I fucking love this show. This is a topic that legitimately interests me. I am tangentially involved with brand stuff in the last few companies that I've worked for. So it's kind of cool to think about this stuff and see what other people come up with, good or bad. So I thought this was a really, really fun show. And I didn't really relate it to The Apprentice either. I can see that, but I also don't want to associate with it. So we'll leave it at
that. As for what I think of the show, I think the show, it's like smacks in your face that this is a Dunkin' commercial. It's all about Dunkin' Donuts this episode. And I think the reality TV aspect of the show is almost all fake to a point. Some of it is real, which we'll get into, but they have an hour to come up with their pitch. And then they come out with their pitch and it's super polished. And they have a box and the box is printed and all ready to go and looks professional. And I'm like, okay, yeah. I don't believe
that too.
Yeah. You must have graphic designers assigned to each of them or something. Also, there's no way they only have 1 hour for this shit.
I know. This is what I like. I think the show is mildly entertaining. It's entertaining. it gives like some veneer of a reality show, and I I don't know. We'll get into it, but I don't particularly like the veneer aspect of it. Like, I'd
What
love
do
to
you
see
mean
these
veneer?
people.
This seems very reality. No
You want
veneer.
to get into you want to get into it?
Yeah, there's no veneer. It's all
All right,
substance.
I need my popcorn.
There's no substance. There's no substance to the show. Okay, there's no substance. We have
No.
10 people. They have to come up with a pitch to Dunkin' Donuts, right? They're coming up with a pitch for this thing, and we don't see any of them actually coming up with a pitch. We don't see them anyone actually coming with ideas or spitting ideas or coming up with anything. All we do is see the 10 of them come up and give some sort of pitch meet, like a pitch meeting essentially, with a fully baked out product, a
Mhm.
great pitch meeting, and a very well designed pitch deck like presentation that doesn't
Mhm.
happen with, like, I want to see, like, I want to see parts of that. Like, that's the
You want
reality
to see
part.
the process.
Mm.
I agree
You
with
want
wanting process, but they have avoided a lot of the boring parts of the process. They have like so many people that they can't like show as much of the process right now. Maybe they'll show more later, but like we can't be sure of that. But
yeah.
at the end of the day, like they were showing like a bunch of stuff that was just wildly different across like 10 different people.
And we'll get into
And
we'll get into oh, you
yeah,
can get
No,
we I'll bring up my veneer. I
I
think there's
I
other
thought we were
things that,
getting into it right now.
no, I think it's an important point. The process is boring as fuck. That's the issue. It's
Yeah,
someone at a piece of paper, like literally just like, could it be this? Could it be that? I think you can get like 30 seconds of B roll on interesting process of like designing the box, but literally like 30 seconds.
but
But yeah,
how do they come up with the idea for the box and get the box printed
uh,
and like all this stuff? Like, it's super washed over
it,
that it took me out of the show.
mm,
it's just brain shit. They did show some of that stuff in like just little clips here and there. Like you saw a snippet of like them like designing the box, like just writing a bunch of ideas on like Freeform or whatever that is, that iPad app is. Like
yep,
they had
exactly.
little bits of that,
Powered by
but like,
Samsung.
oh sorry, so they're probably using Samsung tablets. Fine, whatever
But
bullshit
that
app they have.
I think you're right. That's the best way of putting it, Brian. It's brain shit. Like
Yeah,
they're not building the house. You can't see their brain working. It's
and
brain.
that's
Yeah,
tough.
So
That takes so much to also articulate because when you like think about like streamers, like they're always like, okay, I'm doing this move in this game for this reason. Like they try to explain it to make it entertaining to the viewer, and that's just not an easy skill for anybody to do. It's just brain shit is tough to be a good TV show.
Max, what are
I
your
think it's
thoughts?
hard. I think, like, let's put ourselves in the shoes of one of these ideators. I would be like, okay, I'm sort of torn between idea A, B, and C. Maybe you could see like draft one, draft two, and then the final draft if it were
Mhm.
interesting. There are ways you could do this. I don't mind that much that a lot of this was skipped over. I think if there were like some really interesting or funny ones that were skipped, shout out to the Munchbox.
Lunchbox.
Uh,
Uh,
um,
I think what would really elevate this, like, in my mind, would be some sort of rubric or categories for like giving out like who is better than somebody else.
yeah. Chris, what are some shows that have a good rubric? I feel like maybe Lego Masters is one.
Sometimes Lego Masters does. Like, they definitely are good at giving out like the reason why you're like eliminated, and it's usually a really good reason.
I will
Um,
say once they got to the actual like presenting here, I thought the feedback from the Duncan CEO was actually not bad.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was
No.
like, yeah, I kind of follow along with that.
very pointed. It was also very clear cut as to why it was better. I think that like maybe later episodes might have a more like, okay, this is why X was better than Y, but right now it's just like every idea is so wildly different that you just need to be like, this fits with the brand or this doesn't fit with the brand for X and X reasons.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like, if you had them come up with that, is my idea A, idea B. I think that's definitely like a you can't do that hour thing. And also, a lot of people, unless you're like corporate trained, probably to a certain degree, you're probably not gonna be able to do that super well, right? You're gonna need a lot of coaching, a lot of help, and like then it basically comes off as too artificial, right? Like if you're working in a small business or something where you're not really pushed to like defend everything because you can just say like everyone has intuition, right? And you can just like basically talk enough soft language. Like I think it'll be really hard for folk.
But that's the thing is I think that these people were really good at pitching. And like some of these people's jobs is not pitching. So they definitely were getting coached by there's definitely like a team. And that's all I wanted is like, okay,
Mm,
you this is your coach, this is your graphic designer. He's gonna help you come up with that's all I needed.
I
That's all I
see.
needed. Like
That,
Fair.
I'm
that's
just like these people are just like, hey, I am a content creator on TikTok, and it's like, okay, so you know how to pitch to Dunkin' Donuts CEO,
well.
and like
She
you know
probably
how. I
she
mean, like some of the other people, but
yeah.
like they did know how to pitch, and they did create really good boxes. Like all of them had professional style boxes, so
That's
like it
true.
just bothered me.
And
I I get where you're coming from. Yeah, like you definitely could have shown that bit a little bit.
I'll
Uh,
also add that every single person has different expertise. It is impossible to be a general like professional marketer. Like you're if you're like dealing with like retail, that's different than fast food, that's different than technology. Like you need some people to help you.
Does anybody
Yes
here
and
know
no.
how marketing firms work?
I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, but like you also have a team of people like Chris is saying. So you don't have like one person trying to do all that shit.
Yeah,
I did this stuff for like 10 years.
Well, okay,
you
so
did
then
good
no,
graphic
I'm
design.
pretty familiar.
yeah.
so then you did like all this stuff, like everything, graphic design and everything. But you also did it for a technology company. You didn't bounce around to different other companies and stuff and do this.
Yep. So I interned at an ad agency, like legit ad agency, right?
Okay,
Like basically what they're having them do here, and like you pitch the client, like I yes, like
yeah,
legitimately that I did that. But again, that was an internship. But
but
then for my first call it 4, 6, 13 years of working, I was on the like selling to the ad agencies, but they were my customers. Like, so I didn't
yeah,
understand like what they're doing, right? So yeah,
right.
I'm pretty familiar.
No, no, like I'm not
Okay.
trying to doubt your credentials, but like I'm trying to like relate to like Chris's point of like you need a team of people. Like you probably had like somebody else who was like, okay, like this is like this part, or like were you just valuing like the whole package?
Yeah, but I think like it depends on how much expertise you want. I think if you're a really good graphic designer, it's easier to bullshit your way to the writing. Where if you're a good writer, it's much harder to bullshit your way to graphic design.
That's fair.
All right. Let's take a step back. So the show starts out Jimmy Fallon, and he comes up with you guys are presenting. You guys are going to do Dunkin' Donuts like brand campaign. It's not necessarily like an ad campaign. It's like kind of an ad campaign, but it's like a tagline. They have to
No,
come up with a tagline and meal deal packaging is
yeah,
what their initial
Yeah.
pitch is. And so they have 10 people and they all present their own idea, which we'll get into. Um, and they go, then two ideas get picked and they go head to head at one Dunkin' Donuts. And then the CEO picks one randomly, seemingly. So let's go through some of the people and what they pitched. And Noah, give me if you liked the pitch or you didn't like the pitch.
mm-hmm.
All right, so we got Piper. She got the done deal meal deal.
I forgot which one that was.
Man, they went.
I thought that was. I
There's
thought
this
Piper
is
was number 4.
we need to get
I
into
don't
this a little bit, but like I think it was a little too fast. Now that we're like trying to cover every single person's pitch, because like
Well,
I didn't
I'm just
remember
gonna
half.
go over them quick. That's why I want to know it to just
Yeah.
give me if he liked
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Okay, fair
what
enough.
was the like the idea behind the done deal meal deal?
I don't know. All I have is on my notes is done deal, meal deal, bro. Like, come
Yeah,
on. I didn't write down like their philosophical.
This was one
Like,
of the quickest ones, and they were like, "It's fine, moving on."
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't take notes. I didn't take notes on each pitch. So
Here,
okay,
I have some
Damn it,
notes.
Noah.
The
This is when
first
I need you
idea
the most.
was the first idea was brunch anytime.
hmm.
Yeah,
And the CEO accurately said, like, the brunch kind of implies slow and we're speedy. And you know what? That's a good insight. I like that.
It was
He
very
said,
articulate feedback. Yeah, I was
I
like,
hate
ooh,
the name. I love the idea, he said.
yeah,
what like one of my first comments was just like, this is like the marketing folks are very grounded in what they're about, and there's no swaying from that. Um, it feels like they've thought of like a lot of different stuff, and it's like even like something simple as brunch, which is related to breakfast, is just out because it's too slow. Whatever.
yeah.
That's kind of cool
one
to
thing,
me.
one thing to note about all these pitches, there's supposed to be pitches for the coffee, breakfast sandwich, and the hash browns meal deal.
Right.
So that's why they're all like kind of meal dealy. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they want
To
don't
to.
go back
think
to your point, the point of the campaign is to increase sales, right?
yeah,
Of their
Um,
food, right? Not their
yeah.
drinks, but their food.
This meal deal, the
Yeah.
coffee, sandwich, hash brown combo.
because their donuts aren't good enough.
The donuts are
Like,
Well,
Donuts are not the
that's
best
why they got
breakfast,
rid of
though.
the donuts in their name.
just
Yeah,
Dunkin'.
that was a huge rebrand and also interesting marketing wise.
Yeah.
we've been talking about that. Then we got. Well, I don't know if Max wants to go because my notes are on like so people got introduced and then they did their pitches later. So mine are an introduction of characters
Mhm.
order and not pitch order.
Well, it just
I
we'll
have
figure
pitch
it out.
order, but I missed one person because they were really quick.
All right. So we
But
got
yeah,
Lauren.
go ahead.
Lauren did an F1 pitch where their
This
Dunkin' breakfast football,
this
which was
was by
terrible.
far the worst pitch. Uh, her
Yeah.
whole
She
shtick
had like a
is
big gas can
her whole shtick is
on the
I'm a
screen and
travel
I'm like, you
blogger.
can't do
I use TikTok a lot, and everybody's talking about F1. Everyone's going to F1 right now, so we gotta do some sort of F1 thing. And cars use fuel, and humans use fuel. I'm like, yeah, that's a elementary school association. What do you fucking do for you? I'm sorry, this was awful.
You, while that was bad, I definitely thought about that and I was like, how can you like actually be like able to figure out like all these different like marketing styles for like different like companies and stuff like that? That was the one thing where I was like, it's a little difficult. She leaned too much into like her TikTok algorithm, but like there it's a very difficult job to just like whip it this shit into place for 1 hour.
Yeah,
but
so
you
there's a part of the process they didn't go into enough. But actually, I think is like interesting is the Duncan in this case presents a brief to the agency and what they want them to do, and then there's in some companies the role of like a strategist, and they pulled together like these insights about the customer base and like the market opportunity. I think they miss that between like the brief or that research to then like tee up the audience a little bit on like, hey, these are like different opportunities you can go at to increase sales. Like go after the busy mom and it's this type of market opportunity. Go after this and it's more direct competition with McDonald's. Like I think that could have been an interesting thing. Like, oh, which route are they going to choose?
They kind of did that because they mentioned that they were like the global thing for like coffee or something like that, and I was like, that's an
Yeah.
interesting stat. They only briefly touched on that, and I bet you they did that brief. If they did, a lot of people fucked up. They really just like went off brand.
Yeah,
But
it didn't seem like they did, but to your point, Like the F1 thing is so bad. It's like
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
out there.
integrated brand, which is the issue.
But this is what I would expect from 10 regular Joes to
Yeah,
come up with like marketing ideas. Is like her pitch wasn't very good, her idea wasn't very good, and this is what I would expect. But a lot of these pitches are good, and the ideas are good. We'll get to that, I think, later.
that,
But
that's a reasonable take.
One of the things
uh,
I do like is just it can be a wild card of like, hey, here's a random marketing idea,
Hmm.
and that could be something that like just kind of like brainstorms into like other things. But I don't think that this show is about that.
Hmm.
Like, if you do a really bad idea, it's done.
No.
and then we got Bianca. She's a content creator, and her pitch got picked because she was breakfast handled, as
Yeah,
in we got breakfast handled for you.
Handled.
and and they did like a spy packaging, which I think defeats a lot of marketing stuff where you don't want to like change the colors and stuff because then people won't recognize the stuff outside of it. Like once you start like walking around with something, you want people to know like that's X brand.
Hmm.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Uh,
the handled was okay, like as like a short tagline, but the idea behind it was weak sauce.
they did change the idea though,
Yep.
as we'll get to, I guess. Then we've got BT. He's a honky tonk host, which I don't know what that is.
I don't care. I
Unless
want to meet him in real life.
he's the Galaxy runs on Duncan idea,
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
which
like, we
I
were
thought was
told
a
him.
pretty good
Go ahead.
pitch. No, I was just saying it's a pretty good pitch.
I thought it was fun. It was a twist on the tagline we know growing up. It's not just America runs on Duncan, the galaxy runs on Duncan. Didn't really go anywhere that interesting with it, but it was fun. It was, on brand. Did nothing to say, hey, we have this new breakfast deal.
right. Yeah, no, it's enough. This is too similar to the F1 piece, right? It's just this is a clever idea. Let me see if I can shove it into your brand, but it has nothing to do with Duncan, and that's where these
What do you
folks are
mean?
all confused.
America runs on Duncan. The Galaxy runs on Duncan. What do
I
you mean it has nothing
I,
to do with Duncan?
I actually want to counter that too and say that they mention like global sales markets versus just America. If they're actually talking global, then you have the opportunity to expand outward and have fun with that. But I
Hmm.
still agree it wasn't like the best one, but like they did mention globalness, and I was kind of surprised by that initially.
They did. Um, you guys are right. That was still my gut feeling against it, but I think you guys are right in the data.
And,
I'm gonna,
I mean,
yeah,
we're not agreeing with the idea. It's just like more of the concept. There's potentially something there.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
you, I mean, like provide your like we really want to like learn your advertising knowledge and like just understand what you're thinking.
yeah. I think. I mean, you saw it. I think it's the people that can connect to what their brand's really about and find some that's a catnip, right? Beyond just like you pitch. I mean, you'll see this in shows like advertising shows. Like, oh, you just pitch this idea to any brand, he'll take it. It's like the less it feels like that, you know. Because you have to imagine these folk, they know they're coming on the show, so they were like scratch padding ideas, right? Come before coming in, and so they're probably gonna be wary of like, oh, this feels like shoe me in, buddy.
All right. Then we got Azil, which the names on the show are next level. She did Duncan Hyperspeed Champion. Seems
Yep.
worse than everything. Like, that's bad.
I,
I
I
think
mean,
that was one that went through pretty quick. I don't
Oh,
remember too much about it.
this was the sort of superhero one.
yeah,
Yeah. So okay. So one thing to point out is this pitch came first and was decision fatigue themes, and that's actually the same sort of theme as Bianca of like people don't want to think about what they want to get for breakfast, just Dunkin' handled or whatever. This was a much worse presentation of sort of the same idea as Bianca's, and Bianca's was hardly like amazing, but it was fine. It was yeah,
Hmm.
but there was some minor drama of oh shit, I'm going directly after this person. I have the same theme, but my theme's better.
Very minor
Uh,
drama.
Honestly, like that needs to be fine if like you're having like similar ideas to like another ad agency. I would think that you both read the prompt though, and then it's
Yeah,
just a matter of details.
Yeah,
yeah.
very much so.
I just think that idea is ludicrous. Like, let me go to Dunkin' because they'll pick food for me. Why would I do that?
It, yeah, like they're trying to get in and out, Chris. Like they don't
Yeah,
want to
but
like wait
if
around.
I'm choosing
Well,
Dunkin', I'm
then go
choosing a
to
thing at
California
Dunkin'.
if they want in and out. Damn, that did not land at all.
I took a second, but I was like, wait, burgers? Okay.
I got it. It was just like you're not a dad yet.
Yeah,
Can't be throwing those jokes out
yeah.
there.
I'm a dog
Yeah,
dad.
so I think those two pitch ideas are I would have thrown them away immediately. I'm like, people are choosing Dunkin'. They're not, and they're gonna pick things at Dunkin'. They're not gonna like, they're already picked to come to Dunkin'. So like now it's Dunkin's picking for you, but you've already
Hmm.
chosen Dunkin'. So it's I don't know. That doesn't like it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay,
It's too
Chris.
self-certain.
Chris, let me throw a weird fun twist in here. You ever have the roulette Doritos where 1 in 10 is spicy? What if you roll
Like
into Dunkin' and you're
once.
like, I don't know what I want. You guys pick you like roll a wheel or something, and I'll figure out what I'm having for breakfast. I think that could be kind of fun.
Eh,
No, absolutely not. I'm
Jim,
not going. I'm not going
Jimmy
to Dunkin' for that.
Jimmy Fallon, hire me.
there's so much behind that of just a lot of people just want their routine for breakfast. It's comfort, it's something they can rely on. And then the other aspect is they want to change it up a little bit sometimes. And I kind of appreciate your idea. I
Mm.
don't know how many people are going to lean into that.
It's more of a gimmick. No one would ever do
It
that.
is, yeah.
I promise you, if you ran that campaign and had it in a store, you would only get like gimmicky people to come in and do it. It wouldn't be
Gimmick.
something you could run.
But that's leaning into like the old crowd too. It's like difference and stuff. It man, I really kind of want to learn marketing more.
All
Well,
right. So
I think to your point, like Chris, you're saying that's not what I want to go to Dunkin' for. So they can be like, look, we need to attract this new customer base, right? And so that's the whole point. Like, we don't want
the
people that.
point is I'm going out for breakfast. I choose a place, and in choosing a place, I've chosen kind of what I want. Duncan saying I've chosen for you, like I've already chosen Duncan. Like I've chosen probably something in a vein that I want at Dunkin' Donuts. Not like you
Mm,
know maybe I don't want a breakfast sandwich, but like Duncan's chosen it for me. Like I like there's different breakfast sandwiches. Like I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand the point. I just don't get it.
I see. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like I could go to McDonald's too. I could go, anywhere. I could go to a local restaurant. Like I could go
Yep.
anywhere. I
People
could go to
Yeah,
literally
Starbucks. Like
yeah.
why am I going to Dunkin' because they've chosen for me? Like no, I'm choosing. I've already chose.
and
I'm choosing already.
this
The
leans
choice is
more
already
into the
made.
prompt thing, man. Like people go to all the specific places because they know it's reliably X taste.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, after watching this, do you have any like I don't know, have you guys ever had Dunkin' breakfast?
I've had their donuts before.
I,
Yeah,
No, like,
I've
I've
had
had like stuff.
I've had one of their sandwiches. It's a little small.
It, it's just on par with like any other like place. Like it's fine, but like I'm not if I'm trying to seek out like a primo breakfast, I'm not going there. I'm just trying to go
mm.
there for a quick thing.
But I guess like I mean, is it McDonald's is like the reference point, right? Like they own breakfast in my mind. Like if you're going for this category, it's McDonald's or bust.
You can go to Starbucks.
I I want to. I agree with you. Stats probably lean into that,
It depends on
and
where you are. Like my parents in Pennsylvania love Dunkin'. A lot more people go to
Hmm.
Dunkin'.
yeah,
It's a
Anyway, let's get back to this show. We gotta get back. We gotta get through these pitches. Let's just
got
go
it.
over the
Got it.
pitches.
there,
So
Got
we got Ryan. He also gets picked. His is breakfast built for doers,
it.
and the feedback was too blue collar. Um, but they did have a really good. So like when they get picked, they get to pick a marketing item or something that gets
Mm-hmm.
made, and they had these like pale old school lunch boxes. What do they call them?
A
Lunch pail.
pail, lunch pail.
Lunch pails.
Really,
And
really
they looked really cool.
unsexy word. IMO.
I was thinking that too. I was shocked. I'm like, you're gonna choose pale? Like, no fucking way.
It's
yeah,
beyond the pale.
but
Not
it's
good. Yeah.
it's what's known there though. I appreciate that they're actually trying to speak to different people, because there was another person who also had like a more white collar take on the same thing, and it's just like, look, like try to advertise to everybody.
I mean, no one's carrying a pail like that anymore. It's like some nostalgia, right?
Yeah,
I well,
you don't buy the pail. It just looks cool.
Yeah.
I would absolutely get a lunch pail, like SpongeBob one. Come on,
You could get
Ooh.
one, I'm sure.
yeah.
SpongeBob. Cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I just want something that will make sure my lunch doesn't get crushed or spill out into my backpack and ruin everything.
Yeah.
So then we have Sabrina. She's a real estate agent, and she's also the like one of the most normal people on the show. Like she's one of the ones that get kicked off early because she's like clearly like not qualified, where some of the other people are. And hers is morning lunchbox.
The munch box.
And
Great name, bad name.
yeah,
I
it's a
do
great
like that
name,
you
just
called
not
it out.
just not for
My,
dumb.
my initial
Well,
reaction was like, "Oh, that's cute," and then you wait a second, you're like, "Oh, there's a double entendre there," and she has no idea.
he has no fucking clue. No fucking clue. It's like,
She's like, I love the name lunchbox.
She's never
Okay,
even heard of the concept.
no,
Noah.
she's so lost. Yeah.
Noah, you probably like know this problem all too well of just like, how do you cover all the bases so that like this doesn't get turned into something else? Like,
I,
how the
I,
hell do you even
I wasn't
solve
sure
that?
we were gonna go with this one. I know this all too well about the munch box. I was like, where are you going,
Well,
Brian? Like, what's happening? Uh,
I don't know that, but
no,
no,
I didn't either. I was like, where is this headed? Um,
but yeah, like, I mean, it's a difficult problem because like slang is always evolving, like everything's just always changing. Like, how the hell do you keep up with that?
I mean, some of it,
TikTok.
yeah. I mean, you just kind of you can't guess the future, but Munchbox,
Well,
like,
that's an
I don't
obvious one. Like, that's fine, but like,
know.
I'm just generally saying like this is a problem in the marketing industry because like you'll always see like, oh yeah, like that missed the mark because this got turned sexually or something like that.
Yeah, it's usually not that. Honestly, I think the thing that like they talk about in marketing school or like advertising is more of not checking on international or other language meanings.
That is a good point.
That's most common. It's like American slang is pretty easy because like obviously you have people working on this and it can get it. But then there's a million niches of culture, or yeah, how it translate, right? So like the most famous example is Ford. They made a car in the '70s called Nova, like the Ford Nova, but in Spanish it means no go, and so you're calling a car, that's a classic textbook, you know,
Yeah,
Textbook.
there's all types of different
legitimate
things
textbook.
there. Like even the peace sign, I feel like it's like something that can be portrayed differently in different countries.
Yep.
So it's just it. It's a matter of like how the hell do you keep up with that, and like that leans into earlier conversations of just how does one person do that? Like, you need a team for this, an
Well, I
international
mean,
team.
you used to have a team. Now you probably just use AI. To be honest, like, but yeah, no, like you literally have
I
a
wouldn't.
team. You have
At this point, I
grunts.
wouldn't trust AI for that shit, man. Like, all of a sudden, it's like, oh,
I
this
mean,
thing is just like racist or something.
I would definitely trust AI more than the grunts. Like that's what like 20-year-olds out of college do. They literally do this shit. Like they'll come up with it and be like, "Yo, go search the internet for 5 days." Like try to, it's not 5 days, but like they will give them an afternoon at least to like,
Yeah,
hey, does anything pop up? Like that's legitimate.
The last person, I didn't actually write down their pitch. I don't know if he got a pitch. Raj, the 60-year-old social media influencer.
he kind of did. Yeah.
Yeah.
His
Ugh.
hold on, what was his? They I don't remember what his was, but they were just like, "There's no beverage," and they moved
Yeah,
on.
Yeah,
that was
Jimmy
it.
got the coffee. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
He's got the
Well,
Okay,
PhD.
I
PhD.
I'm going to defend him a little bit in that they said we want to focus more on breakfast. That's totally fine to do, but maybe you can also just put he maybe put the beverage in there subtly. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
they said
Yeah.
focus on the breakfast.
it's fine. I don't.
Yeah.
We
But
don't know. What it is.
I think the coffee is an integral part of the breakfast.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
You know,
So the one thing,
America doesn't run on hash browns. I'm sorry.
They don't.
It might.
No,
the
America runs
galaxy
on a
does.
combination of coffee and hash browns.
America runs on Fox News conspiracies. But I will say I have had the hash browns at Dunkin'. They're not good.
Mm.
They
I mean,
use
they're
some
not
kind of
That
uh,
that's not marketing's problem though. Like, that's product's problem.
uh,
I mean, it becomes marketing's problem.
that's right. When they're like, "Yo, you got to make sales," and they'd be like, "Yeah, yo, product no
Like,
good."
It's the classic sales versus marketing debate. My
mm-hmm.
wife has this problem with sales all the time. She's in
Yeah,
marketing.
I mean, but that's where marketing then comes in with like the market research, right? It's like, "Yo, this is how you hit the market." But no, but legitimately, I kind of once in New York, I got the Dunkin' little circle hash browns, and like they basically use like a more umami like oil or seasoning to it. Like it wasn't as crispy and salty. It had something else going on, and I just want like fried salt smashed in my face. It was not that.
See,
Definitely,
conversely, fried salt smashed in my face sounds like my fucking dream. So maybe I should go check it out.
that's a good brand. That's a good band name.
Fried
Uh,
salt in my face. I wonder if we should name like a potato chip.
That'd be a good potato chip.
fried salt smashed in my face as a brand. You know,
Right? Yeah.
we should start our own ad agency.
I'm out.
So we didn't talk about this, but Jimmy Fallon is like quote unquote the host, but he's not the only person that's like host of this thing. What
Yeah, it's
the hell?
co-host.
Yeah,
Yeah,
co-hostage with Bozema St. John.
Bazoma St. John. She's
Zoma.
from Bozoma. She's called Bose
Bose.
mostly
Yeah.
on the show.
Uh-huh.
She's from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I think.
Yeah.
She's a recent addition to the show, but a fan favorite because like she actually has a job, and all the other housewives are like shook.
She's got a legit job. Like she
Yeah,
is
no,
legit. No, yeah,
she used to be like CMO for Uber, bunch of other shit. Like, yeah,
Yeah, she
she's
is
she's
good
a known
experience.
quantity. I had heard of 5 years ago, far before she was ever a real housewife.
oh yeah, yeah.
One thing to note about her is I don't think she really does much other than wear weird clothes on the show.
It's
Yeah.
so funny.
Neither does
Her
Jimmy
and Fallon do nothing. I always come back to the fucking who's the Cincinnati basketball guy?
LeBron James.
Cincinnati Hustle. The
LeBron
Yeah,
James.
fucking
LeBron James.
Are you talking about Chicago or
No, I'm
Yeah,
talking
he
about
was.
LeBron James on Cincinnati Hustle, where there are shows where people like celebs will attach their name to it, show up for 1 minute of the show, and then disappear. No, they are haunting the show the entire time, doing nothing. Jimmy Fallon looks hungover the whole time. He's like, I don't need this fucking paycheck.
He's the
He,
CEO.
he's got
Yeah.
a late night show. It's fine.
I love the
Also,
fact.
what is all this about them pretending this is a real ad agency?
Yeah,
He's like,
I
I'm the
was wondering.
CEO of On Brand.
Yeah, I
Fuck
was
off.
wondering where this they showed this fake exterior of the ad
You know
agency
what?
a lot.
I can tell you exactly where this is. At the end of the show, there's a singer filmed in New Jersey.
So they're
So,
in. So the Duncan's in New Jersey for sure. The Duncan
okay.
is, but you think their fake ad agency is in New Jersey?
Let's see
No,
if I can find On Brand ad agency on Google Maps.
it's gonna be fucking Delaware. Everything's in Delaware. Like,
No, I thought it was in New York. I couldn't. There was some shot they had where it looked like they were in Midtown Manhattan.
oh, I mean, that's fair. Like, I mean, that is also a good advertising city. The next, should we spoil the next episode?
Do it.
Mm,
Spoiled.
They're going with Southwest Airlines, so
yeah.
they are going with plenty of different companies. It's whatever.
I don't think saying what the brand of the next airline is spoiling it.
No,
But
but if you were oh, it's regional brands and stuff like that, it could be Northeast, whatever. But now it's Intercontinental, or yeah, I
all
guess
right,
Intercontinental.
let's talk about the actual second challenge where we've got Ryan and Bianca head to head. They do a schoolyard pick, which they briefly glance over, and I feel like that would have been interesting to be why people picked who they picked.
Yeah.
Not talked about. I'm sure Rogers picked last.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, I was surprised they skipped that piece too. That was a little surprising. There's these teams are just automatic. Like, what?
Okay, here's the thing. I thought this show was moving, and they didn't even do full intros for people. They didn't do this stuff. I don't necessarily need all this stuff. Some more details would have been good,
Mm.
but sometimes TV shows spend a lot of time on this aspect of it, and it's not interesting.
I did.
one thing I needed from the shows I've talked about is I needed what's the competition?
Yeah,
What are the guidelines? How many times how much time do you have? Do you have 5 hours? Do you have 12 hours? Do you have a week? Is there
Yeah.
no time limit? You just ready when you're ready? You got to be ready by the 23rd. Like,
yeah.
what are we working at here?
And
That
and why'd you
confuses.
pick and why did you pick BT over Raj?
I
Right.
don't know if that I don't necessarily need that detail. I just thought it would be interesting to actually get some confessionals on why you picked who over who, or why
Yeah.
you picked who. That might be interesting, but I don't need it. What I do need is what's the competition? What are the
Hmm.
timelines? What are the requirements? Because
Hmm.
I'm going to be honest with you. So this competition, so they're at one Dunkin'. They
Yeah.
have two lines. One line is right in front of the fucking door. One line is you got to clearly go somewhere else. And then there's a line out the door where people are they have the two teams kind of compete to get them before they get in.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I didn't even get a real sense of who went to which line. It was filmed so poorly. I thought this was terrible. The
Yeah.
idea wasn't terrible, but this filming and this segment of the show, I thought
Yeah.
was
Also, the show was relatively all the criticism was constructive. It was generally positive. Then after the head to head, they were really butting heads. They were like, this person sucked. They were yelling at everybody. Oh yeah, well his tail is fucking ugly.
I thought that was kind of fun, to have a little bit of it.
It
But
didn't
the
fit.
thing that
Yeah.
really bugged me
Yeah,
was that they're judging them on their campaign, and it turned into a judge on who can hustle people in line.
Yeah.
which is
But
like,
we
this is not
didn't.
the point of the competition.
I mean,
We
Yeah.
didn't even get
well,
to see really who was winning. Like it was just like it was designed in a reality show way where like you couldn't tell because
No.
the show didn't want you to know.
Yeah.
and also, regardless, both of these booths had like swag or merch drops or whatever. You know, the
Yeah.
pail box and the decision ball. Let the fucking uh, you're not judging who's winning based off the advertising. You know, you're judging based off this fucking one of a kind merch.
I know. Yeah. Well,
Yep.
the merch thing I could a little bit get, but I agree with the sentiment of like, this is about the campaign.
Right. Let the
Uh,
campaign speak for itself.
yeah. Like, it would have been more interesting if they'd done it like what they would have really done in the real world, which would have been more old school. But what you could do is like, okay, we're gonna buy ads in Chicago and ads in Miami. We
And
know the
see,
baseline of sales
yep,
of this thing.
see what moves the needle.
Yeah,
Yep.
or like the more sophisticated way you do it now is like, you don't got to go like Miami and Chicago. There's a bunch of shit differences about Miami and Chicago. Like, it rained a bunch of Miami's, people aren't going out. Like, there's shit like that happens. So you just do like through Google and Facebook, right? And then you can like really dial in like basically your test and control. Um, but yeah, like that would have been more interesting. Like, that's actually like
It,
what worked.
it, it is. That's one thing I mentioned to Katie is I like to understand why they choose certain markets for certain things. So why would you choose like New Zealand to launch a soft launch an app versus another country? Why would you choose this city over another thing? And like
Yeah.
weather has an impact on that. There are so many aspects to it that it's fun to
Yeah.
learn about that.
Everybody does New Zealand. Everyone.
Everyone, and it's just like, fuck.
Does
What
New
do those
Zealand
Kiwis know that
like
we don't?
temperature 24/7?
Well, they
What?
speak English is probably one of
Yeah.
the number one requirements.
Yep.
That
So
that
that only leaves you so many countries at that point.
Now, it's pretty much because they speak English and it's very contained. And so if
Mm.
your shit flops, it's like,
Big whoop. Yeah.
No one knows about it.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not that sophisticated. Like, that's, and
Okay.
like everyone does it. So it's like, great.
Okay, but then I'll just reflect it onto like how do they choose launch cities for the new Taco Bell item? Like they only launch it in like certain cities to like pilot it, and then like
Mm.
it's usually a cluster to try to get it, whatever.
I see. We're getting to the real crux of the problem here.
Yeah,
Because
like
Brian
just
wants the new Taco Bell food items, and they don't come to Seattle, and that bothers him.
thank you, Chris. Thank you.
I'm speaking your language, Brian. I'm speaking your language. So
It
we
is
didn't
true.
talk about it. We didn't really talk about it, but the Dunkin' CEO and CMO, we talked about it briefly. They are judging the taglines or whatever that come in, and then at the end they pick the winners. And from what I got a sense of is like they kind of were like I don't know if that whole setup did help them choose it all. I feel like they just like were like I like this one better. We're gonna go with this one, and
Mhm.
like had little to do with like what people actually chose in that Dunkin' Donuts shop.
It
To be
seemed like
honest,
that. I agree. It seemed like that.
and then at the end you can see Ryan won, and they changed the whole campaign, and I I was like, what the fuck?
I
Like
think
just don't say it.
I think
I'm
they actually
sorry.
did a good job keeping the essence of it. I don't think they changed the whole campaign.
They changed it. What do you mean?
Mm,
They
Well, they
I thought this was so weak. Just like, oh, blue collar, you love us because we mention you. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was breakfast built for doers. This is the
Mhm.
regular campaign, and then
Yeah.
the
Actually,
campaign
I
they go
identify
with
as a non-doer. I don't do things.
the
it,
regular campaign they went with is Duncan is for doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is definitely better than a doer.
No, the campaign is better, 100%. I agree with
Yeah.
you. Like, but that's not the show. Like, the show is like, well, you're going to get your advertising campaign at Dunkin' Donuts, and guess
Mm,
what? You didn't. It got in the marketing funnel and went to
Yeah.
Facebook and YouTube and Google or whatever, and boiled down. Like, other people had better ideas. Your idea wasn't it. Sucks to
mm.
suck. Like, I don't
So
know.
like,
I
does
rubs me the
Ryan
wrong
get
way.
residuals for this?
Oh, they
No,
definitely signed that shit away. Yeah,
Oh
like
yeah.
all your IP belongs to us.
maybe the On Brand advertising agency does.
Is Jimmy
Maybe
Fallon
that's why
making
they.
money
Yeah,
off this shit?
I think he's owned by NBC. Like he's not gonna die. He's just gonna be frozen and put in like 30 Rock. Just
Yeah,
like maybe.
you know that annoying character in early seasons of 30 Rock that is clearly meant to be Jimmy Fallon?
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna search Google for annoying guy early seasons 30 Rock Jimmy Fallon.
We
Yeah,
we just
like
hear like a dog running.
Yep, I found the guy.
You
I'll put
found
who
the
is
guy.
it?
Slack.
All right. Before we move off the show reminds me a lot of. We did that ice cream show. What was it?
The
Ben and Jerry's.
the Ben and
Yeah.
Jerry. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, of course.
Um, and like, is this the future of reality TV? Is like, not only are they going to get Dunkin' Donuts to pay for the episode, they pay for Dunkin' Donuts to advertise the episode, and like NBC's not doing anything other than just like you know choosing a brand, and like they just take their reality show and put it on there.
Hmm.
Like,
I mean, this definitely is like branded reality, right? Like sponsored content. Like it's.
yeah,
I don't think it's the future, and this has been happening for.
that's what I'm saying. I think that the way our world works, I only see more and more advertising, and this is the most advertising you can get.
Yep.
I mean,
I think
it's definitely not idiocracy level, but like,
I
I
just
mean,
I really love the framing of like, they get the Duncan guy on the CEO and he's like, boy, folks, how are we going to advertise our new breakfast deal that you're seeing right now on this, television program for $6? How are we going to advertise this? It's like, come on, you're doing it right now.
available,
Fuck off.
yep.
available today. Yeah.
um, all right. Tell us what if you think this is a future reality TV. I think it is more aligned with, I think, reality TV. Like, reality TV's always had branded products and branded, like,
Yeah.
Challenge has had, Fast and the Furious, branded challenges and stuff. And, like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. You look at the NFL and, like, everything has a brand associated to it.
Oh yeah.
Uh, it only gets worse over time. So I feel like more and more of these will pop up.
Hmm.
But with the decline of reality TV shows, like, because it was like,
Decline of
when was it?
these shows.
Like, new reality TV. I feel like that
Hmm.
we've always, there's at least one a couple per week, but like when Discovery Plus was a thing, man,
Mhm.
there was a new one. There was like at least 5 new ones a week, and it was like crazy.
They were,
That was
yeah.
insane.
I mean, the golden era.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So maybe not. I don't know. That's where my head goes when I'm watching the show. Is like, is this the future? Is this the future of TV?
I mean, we just need zero interest rates back, and then we'll get back to pumping.
Great.
All right. Who's the worst human being?
Probably Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy.
Apparently, he's a real shithead to his staffers on his show.
Is he?
Oh,
I thought he's
done deal.
like. I thought he's like a really likable guy. I thought he's supposed to be like Mr. Likable.
That's how he
No, like
portrays himself.
let's see.
Yes, oh man, Mr. Jimmy.
What are the drinking rules for this one?
Hmm.
Uh, Brian, you have a good drinking rule for this one?
Every time, okay, so there's give me a brand, an episode. Every time that brand's name is mentioned, you take a drink.
Ooh, that's a
Hmm.
good one.
Hmm.
That's a
Hmm.
good one. I don't
Hmm.
know if you need any other drinks past that, to be honest.
Well, you want me to kill our audience, so it's fine.
Well, for this one, I feel like you got to get a Dunkin's coffee, and then
Yeah, just get over
drink.
caffeinated.
A
Yeah,
coffee.
coffee.
Well,
It's late
How
at
many of
night.
you wanted Dunkin' Donuts after this episode?
I kind of wanted a donut.
Unfazed.
I kind of wanted Duncan like yesterday morning, and after this, eh.
I mean,
Uh,
we can't even get a dunk. There's no. There was like that one right by the convention center, and then that shut down like
Oh
8
yeah,
years ago.
it's not
I
easy
don't
to
even.
get.
I didn't even know there wasn't a Dunkin' here. To be honest with you, I've never looked for a Dunkin',
Yeah.
but uh, in Seattle, for
Right.
people that don't know. Let's see. I think you could, um, you could do the classic bet on who you think is
Ooh.
the best like advertising campaign, and then if you win, you get to tell other people to drink, and if you lose, you drink yourself.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah, you have one.
Every time someone throws out a tagline, take a little tag of your drink.
Max, do you have one?
Um, not off the top of my head.
All right. Would this show be better as a TikTok or Quibi?
The format, the
I would say
timing,
no.
it is fine.
Yeah, I actually think the pacing of the show is very well done.
I agree. I agree. All right. Now we do ratings where we do top, middle, bottom, third buckets where we put reality shows into, and we try to make it even. At least some people try. Some sort of stack ranking system. Brian, what do you got for me?
I don't know how much I'm going to get flamed for this, but I'm going to put this in the top, the middle of the top. I
Mm.
think the pacing was phenomenal in this. They didn't focus on intros. They just got to the nitty gritty. Yes, they could have dived into the details a little bit more.
Hmm.
I love this subject matter. Like, this probably would have been like my other job if like I had that option. So I think overall it's a fun area to watch, and I plan to watch more.
Ooh.
Noah, what do you got?
Yeah. I like the show as well. I mean, I like The Apprentice. I've granted I haven't watched it in God knows how long. Like I liked it when it was on. This feels to give me that. I like the like shameless branded content and advertising. I dig that. Um,
Why do you dig that?
because it's like creating little brand. It's like McDonald's Happy Meal toys from like movies. There's something like limited about it. It's like a curated thing. I think that's why I like it. I honestly don't know why. I can't
Okay,
articulate it well.
valid.
I wish I could articulate it better. Um, I'll have a therapy session with ChatGPT. I'll see if he can pull it out of me. Um, but yeah, I think it's enjoyable. I do want to watch more. I think I will watch more. So yeah, I think it's a top middle of the top, and like there's a bit of me that doesn't want to like it, so I'm afraid to put top of the top.
What do you got for me, Max?
The first half where they're doing, the 10 people's ideas, that
Mhm.
largely worked for me. The head to
Mm.
head kind of fell flat. I didn't agree with the thing that the winning idea. Um, but
No.
like, it mostly moved. I can I can deal with Jimmy Fallon's existence. I'm gonna go middle third, top of the middle.
Ooh.
Um, I did not like the show. I didn't like it. I didn't like the challenge. I didn't like the second challenge. I didn't like how the winner didn't win, and we're supposed to be happy about that. So I'm going to put it in the bottom third. Um, but I do think the pacing was good. It, I could see liking it. I need more. As I said, I was looking forward to the show because I thought it was going to be give me more of a like, here's a challenge, go do this cool art thing with it. Like I like those, like Jim Henson's Creature show is one of my favorite shows of all time because it was just so fun. These people juice and get creative, and like there was none of that. It was all just like, let me pitch this idea to you, and I didn't care. I didn't care what you pitched. It was fine. I don't know, whatever. Things gonna put at the bottom. That's where it's gonna go. And my wife in marketing definitely just walked away when the show was on. She did not like the show either, but she
Man,
doesn't like a lot of shows. So
she just walked away.
she had other stuff to do. I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe this
I
other
think
stuff.
that was not clear.
But like, if she liked the show, she wouldn't have walked away. She was like, she's in marketing, so like, if she thought like she was interested in watching the show, then she gets up and walks away. I'm like, you're missing the show, and she's like, I know. But we didn't do this our favorite question, so let's get back to that before we end the show. Brian, what speed did Max watch the show at?
I know I made a joke about the speed of it, so I'm going to go with 1.25.
What do you got, Noah?
This is a 1Xer. The pacing was good.
I think the max is what, like 2.4 or 2.3, so I'm going to go with 2.3.
Ooh.
Just a 1X, just a boring day.
Man, I really am good at. Sorry, I know I say this all the time, but like,
well, I think we have somebody catching the stats at the end of the, so we can check.
Yeah,
we can have somebody check the stats on that.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm purposely not picking 1X. Like, I want to do something else.
We're supposed to have fun. We're not trying to pick the exact.
Yeah, you want to stir the pot.
I didn't realize it. Okay.
We're trying to have entertainment here. Anyway, tell us what you thought about this show at Who Put This On Twitter. You can put in the poll.
Sorry, there's something I wasn't looking at my notes for a while. There's one thing I wanted to call out. I like that when they were doing the competition, they called it like the doer campaign, but then they host like for people to come to the Dunkin' Donuts probably at like noon on a Wednesday. None of these people are doers. They're free at noon on a Wednesday. Who are these people? What's going on?
They're on their lunch break.
Oh,
wow.
They're getting breakfast sandwiches.
Noah, you don't even know what a lunch break is?
Yeah.
Doer.
I mean, I've been working it from home for 5-6 years now, so who knows what that is. I also didn't like that it seems like a fake Dunkin' location. I don't know if you guys thought that, but it does not seem real.
I disagree. I thought the setup of the inside looks like your average Dunkin' Donuts.
But
no one has like unique looking things anymore because it doesn't help with their real estate value. So,
but you thought that was a real location? It was like in the middle. It was a detached store in seemingly like industrial New Jersey.
Seemed like it. I don't know.
It seemed fake.
All right. Well, tell us what you thought about the show, if it was a fake store or not. At Who Put This on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. You can email us questions and suggestions at whoputthison@gmail.com. Probably skip what we've been watching because we've gone long this week. So we'll do that next time. And next time we're watching what show, Noah?
Gamerhood.
Gamerhood. It's on Amazon Prime. Season 4, episode 1, I think is the one that's there.
Brought to you by State Farm. It's literally called State Farm Gamerhood. Like, I think that's actually the title. It's It's really aggressive.
I know when I think State Farm, I'm always thinking about gaming.
Always.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.